Night falls over the Persian Gulf, but the region is far from quiet. The cities that once symbolized stability and prosperity, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Doha, now exist under the watch of missile defense systems scanning the skies. Oil tankers sit motionless outside one of the most important waterways on Earth, unsure whether it is safe to move. The world is watching a conflict unfold that could reshape global power. To understand what is happening right now, we have to look at the deeper forces behind the headlines. We're starting with number 5. Number 5 is the massive missile and drone attacks that have shaken the Gulf. After the United States and Israel launched coordinated strikes on Iran in late February 2026, Iran responded with a large wave of retaliation across the region. According to official reports, Iran launched hundreds of drones and ballistic missiles toward the United Arab Emirates, including areas near Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Some debris even damaged structures near landmarks such as Palm Jumeirah and the Burj Al Arab. Air defense systems intercepted many of the incoming weapons, but casualties and injuries were still reported. Wikipedia. These attacks marked a dramatic escalation because the UAE had previously tried to stay somewhat neutral in the conflict. By targeting Gulf states directly, Iran signaled that the battlefield could extend far beyond Israel itself. Number 4 is the strategic war unfolding in the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow stretch of water may look small on a map, but it carries about 20% of the world's oil supply. When tensions escalated in early 2026, shipping through the strait nearly collapsed. Tankers were damaged by projectiles, vessels were abandoned at sea, and major shipping companies suspended operations in the area. The Guardian. The impact was immediate. Global oil prices surged past $100 per barrel, markets reacted nervously, and governments began discussing naval escorts to protect energy shipments. The world was reminded how fragile global energy systems truly are when one narrow waterway becomes a war zone. Number 3 is the widening battlefield across the region. What began as strikes on Iran quickly spread into a much larger network of conflict. Drone attacks and missile launches have been reported not only in the Gulf, but also toward military installations and strategic infrastructure across multiple countries. Even European-linked bases in the Eastern Mediterranean have faced drone threats tied to the broader confrontation. Wikipedia. This expansion shows how interconnected modern conflicts have become. Military alliances, proxy groups, and regional rivalries mean that a war between a few nations can quickly involve dozens of actors. Number 2 is the economic shockwaves spreading across the global system. As the conflict intensified, banks and international companies began evacuating staff from major Gulf financial centers like Dubai. Some financial institutions temporarily closed branches and moved operations online because of safety concerns. Reuters. At the same time, oil production disruptions created one of the largest energy supply shocks in decades. The International Energy Agency reported that the war was causing a historic drop in global oil output as shipments through the Gulf slowed dramatically. Financial Times. For a region built on energy exports and global finance, these economic tremors may reshape the future long after the fighting stops. Before we reach number 1, pause for a moment. If you're finding this breakdown interesting, share your thoughts in the comments about how you think this conflict could affect the world. And if you enjoy deep cinematic explorations of global events, consider subscribing to Deeper 5 so you don't miss the next story. Now we arrive at number one. Number one is the most unsettling fact of all. The conflict is not just regional anymore. It is global. The United States and Israel have been conducting strikes on Iranian military targets, while Iran has threatened to retaliate not only against military bases, but also against economic infrastructure across the region, PBS. At the same time, Gulf countries are being forced to choose sides, something many had tried to avoid for years. Analysts warn that this war could permanently reshape alliances in the Middle East and redefine the balance of power between Iran, Saudi Arabia, Israel, and Western nations. Atlantic Council. And that is perhaps the most unsettling reality of all. Wars are rarely defined only by the battles fought in the moment. They reshape the political landscape that follows. The alliances built today, the rivalries intensified tomorrow, and the fears that linger afterward may shape the Middle East for decades. As the lights of Dubai continue to glow against the desert horizon, the region stands at a crossroads. Beneath the surface of everyday life lies a conflict that could change the balance of power across the entire world. And as history has shown many times before, when tensions rise in this part of the world, the consequences rarely stay contained.